Okay, good morning. Welcome to the Sports Talk with Kerry Wehmeyer show for Sunday, March 14th. We're going to be recapping local sports action from yesterday. LSU played. They did win 78-71. Also, we'll have recap college baseball action from local games across the area. So let's go ahead and begin recapping. So thanks for joining us here on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. So we are live today. So let me go ahead and set this up. We are live. So if you want to come in video chat with us, the StreamYard link is posted in Facebook, Twitter, and also YouTube. So we will have those links for you. Let me get all my links in. Okay, all the links are posted. So let's go ahead and recap what happened yesterday. LSU advances to the championship game by winning over the Arkansas Razorbacks 78-71 final score from yesterday's game. So they will be in the SEC championship in just about a half hour from now. 78-71 was your final score. LSU once again will be in the championship. Your leading scorers from yesterday was Cam Thomas with 21 points, Devontae Smart with 19, Darius Days with 13, and also Eric Gaines with 10 from LSU's game yesterday. So the game will be on just a few in about a half hour. Around noon time. So they will take on Alabama today. So the game will be on SEC Network, also on the LSU Sports Network. LSU's in search of their second title since 1980. Arkansas fell 22. Exciting first 20 minutes. LSU went on a 14-1 run. They led 38-32 with 5:35 remaining. When Cam Thomas hit a three-point shot, Darius Days added another and also a dunk by Smart. And also Thomas steals the ball. So that would happen in the open stancer. Now, meanwhile, Wofford hit a step-back three-point shot, gave LSU a 59-52 lead in the game. So I look at it this way. This LSU Tiger team has some trials and tribulations this year, but the truth of the matter is, look, this team came out in a progressive way, absolutely playing their games and stuff like that. So I will play some audio highlights from yesterday's LSU game. So we'll play some of the highlights. Let's go ahead and play the Cam Thomas three-point shot. We'll have the 4-point play. We'll go through those. Let's do that.
In the hands of Note out wide right side. Driving into the lane. Kick out pass Moody. Catch and shoot three. Going to be off. Watford there to take the rebound in the lane. Trended. Got to be aware of the back trailer. He does. Gets it off to Smart. Out top. Thomas open. Eyes it. Flies it. Nails it. LSU takes the lead 52-50. And on the weak side, LeBlanc clears the rebound for LSU. Here goes Watford, right side of the floor. Back out Smart. Extra pass Thomas. Catch and shoot three left wing. Good! And a whistle and a foul. Bounce pass Note, candid dribble. Left to the free throw line. Out to Seals. Open for three. No good. Rebound. Sky for it is Gaines. Trying to get the outlet. Came off the leg of Thomas. Luckily, Karen right into the hands of Watford. Watford crossover. Down the lane. Had it blocked. Got it back. Fires it out to Gaines. Extra pass Days. Right wing three. Yes! Beautiful sequence for LSU, and they're on top for the third time here in the first half. 34-32. Smart with a steal on the inbounds. Lays it up. 36-32. Tigers lead by 4. Down to 3:08 remaining in the game. Still 67-60 Fighting Tigers.
Well, take your time here, Tigers. Get the shots you want or get fouled and get to the free throw line.
Gaines open for three. Good! Eric Gaines with the bonus ball. 10-point LSU lead, 70-60. Quick pass to Moody left side. Moody in the lane, jump stop, trying to dish off. Had it deflected, picked up by Thomas for LSU. Tigers force the live ball turnover. Thomas in the lane, pull-up jumper, 14-footer, won't go. Tap attempt by Gaines is good. Gaines popped up from the right side, curled around the rim, and tapped it up and in. Gaines, both free throws good. Final seconds, a three launch. Top of the key from Note. No good. Horn sounds. Tigers win. Tigers win. They're headed to the championship game tomorrow with a 78-71 win over Arkansas.
So a nice win for LSU. 78-71 was your final score. We'll hear from Will Wade.
Your Fighting Tigers advancing to the championship game tomorrow in the SEC tournament. The number 3 LSU seeded Tigers will take on the number 1 seed Alabama Crimson Tide. The Crimson Tide got by Tennessee in a close one today. LSU pulls away from Arkansas 78-71. Joining us now from the locker room in Music City, Victorious head coach Will Wade. His comments always brought to you by Hancock Whitney. Coach, congratulations on the win. And for the first time in nearly 30 years, Tiger fans have to get ready for a championship game tomorrow at high noon. Excellent job by you, the staff, and certainly your players.
Thanks. No, we're excited. It was a great win. Heck of a locker room. Happy for our guys. It's not been the easiest season. We've been up and down a little bit, but we found a little bit of consistency here at the end. So we made some huge plays. I thought Eric Gaines made just some tremendous defensive plays down the stretch. The big three he hit. And we found a way to make some toughness plays in these last 3 games against Missouri, against Mississippi last night, and certainly against Arkansas. So it's a big step for us to get to the championship game, and now we got to get back and rest, relax, and recover a little bit, and get ready to go tomorrow at noon.
Coach, it felt like to me that good offense today, for the most part, led to your team being locked in with good defense, especially the final 6 minutes of that second half. You talk about Gaines with a couple of steals. There was a segment there where Arkansas was driving to the paint, trying to dish off, and LSU was swatting it, taking it away. You force 11 second half turnovers. I just thought your guys, because the offense was coming, wasn't perfect, but it was there. They stayed in defensively and really frustrated Arkansas.
Yeah, we hung in there defensively. We probably tried to get too cute at the beginning of the game, playing all the different presses and zones and stuff, and we hadn't had a chance to really walk through it as extensively as we would have needed to. So we just went to the man. I thought we did a great job. I think the last 10 minutes or so of the first half, they only scored 6 points. And, give credit to our Coach Golden, our strength and conditioning staff. I thought we were in great shape. I thought we were able to make some things happen down the stretch. I thought we were the fresher team. So we got to go back and recover and get ready to go tomorrow. But it was a total team effort. Days made some big shots. That was obviously a big difference from the first time we played them. Smart, Cam, Trendon. LeBlanc did some really nice things defensively. I thought Mwani had some big plays. He had a big putback. And we fought through a bunch of adversity, and I thought it was just a great win, one of our best wins of the season.
Yeah, 16 points from the bench today, Coach. Want to get your thoughts. Moses Moody, freshman of the year, 20 points in the first half. The second half, he finishes with just 8 points, and it looked like you guys were there at the catch. He was, when he did get shots up, they were heavily contested. What did you try to do differently with Moody in the second half to not allow him to go for 30 or more?
Well, we just had to show bodies and quit giving him angles. Kind of like Jarkel Joyner last night. He got hot there for a stretch. We gave him a transition three. We gave him some really, really easy looks. But I think, in the second half, we showed bodies. We did a better job staying square. We had LeBlanc on him a lot, which put some length on him. And, we kept him out of the lane. He really hurt us driving it in there and drawing some fouls. But he did a nice job.
Absolutely. JT Note lit up Missouri for 27 points last night, 22 against LSU the first meeting, 18 in the second meeting. He's held to 9 points today.
Coach, I was going to talk
did a good job.
Yeah.
We did a good job on Note, too. He had 40 points, like you said, in those 2 games. And I thought, it's tougher for them to score when they got to play through Davis and Smith, even to that extent, because they're all 2-point shooters. Without Note or Moses Moody making a bunch of threes, the scoreboard just can't add up quick enough for them.
That's exactly. That's what I thought. I thought the job on Note, sometimes he gets overlooked. Moody goes 2 for 9 the second half with no threes, and Note can't score. He's 1 for 7 from the 3, 4 for 14. I just thought defensively taking those two guys away really gave you an opportunity to win the game. And I thought Smart and Thomas really played well, and I thought Javante made some really key baskets for you, driving it to the rim when you needed some from time to time.
It was a huge shot at the end, and
Yeah.
they hounded him up and down the court the entire game. He just played tremendously. We hit the front end of 2 of the 3 of the 1-and-1s. We got the offensive rebound on the one we didn't. So just very, just a team effort. We did what we needed to do in the 6-minute game. We were solid on defense. We made our free throws for the most part. And that's what you got to do. And we valued the ball. We didn't turn the ball over a whole lot. We forced a lot of turnovers with them.
Congratulations, Coach! Tremendous win, man. Looking forward to the game tomorrow with the Bama.
Glad you are. Should be fun. We got to get back and obviously throw our game plans from the first 2 games in the trash can and figure something out. See if we can slow them down a little bit.
All right, Coach. Well, I bothered you on Friday. I bothered you this morning, and I'm happy to say I'm going to bother you tomorrow before the game, and that's a good thing. Coach, congratulations.
I'll try to be where we can get a little bit better reception this time, Chris. You got me down in the meeting room. They got us down in a bunker about 3 floors down from the hotel, so it's a little tough with the reception. But I'll be available, my man.
Looking forward to it. We'll see you tomorrow, Coach.
Thanks, guys.
Head coach Will Wade, his comments brought to you by.
So I'll be honest with you, look, Will Wade, I'd say this. Look, this team progressed in this 2020 campaign. So I'll be honest with you right now. Look, LSU, they win tomorrow, they will have a higher seed going into the NCAA tournament once the brackets are unveiled today. So final score, LSU wins 78-73. So they will be in the SEC championship game. That'll be in just about 45 minutes from now. 12 noon will be start time. So final score. So let's go over the box score. I'm going to go over the box scores with you. I'm going to put that box score in. Give me just a second to put the box scores in. I'll give you the box scores from this game. Okay, the box scores are on the screen. Okay, box score is, directly on the screen. I got to pull it, put the full screen in. So let me get the full screen box score. Okay, full screen box score. Let's drop this. Just put this at 110. Okay, we'll go in through the box scores. Okay, LSU shot 47% in the first half, 16 of 34. LSU on 3-point shots went 5 of 10 for about 50%. And LSU got to the line only 3 times, converted 3 shots for about 100%. Now in the second half, LSU shot 12 of 32 for about 37.5. They went 4 from 9 from 3-point range, about 44%. LSU went 10 for 12 in the second half for about 83%. And also in the game, LSU shot 42% from the field, and also 9 of 19 for about 47%. In the so that was in the game. LSU did shoot 86%. Okay, points by scoring. LSU led 40-37 at halftime. Second half, LSU led 38-34. 78-71 was your final. Points from turnovers, LSU had 21 points off of turnovers. Arkansas had 20 points in the paint. LSU had 36 points in the paint. Second chance points, LSU had 17 to 6. Fast break points was 6 for LSU and 8 for Arkansas. Bench points, LSU led 16-13. So LSU did win the game yesterday by the final of 78-71. Other scores for LSU was, let's see, Wilkerson with 2, LeBlanc with 4, Gaines with 10. So your leading scorers was Days, Smart, and Gaines. The double-digit performance for LSU. So final score, LSU wins 78-71 is your final score. So they will take on Alabama this coming around noon today. So we'll wrap this up. And so we'll wrap LSU basketball up. So final score, 78-71 was your final. So that, once again, LSU will be in the championship game. So we'll wrap it up. Okay, we'll go over to the other team, Nicholls State. Nicholls State Colonels. Nicholls State did play in the Southland Championship, losing 79-45. So we'll recap that one as well. So let's go ahead and go over to the Nicholls State website, and we'll give you a recap on that game. Okay, Nicholls faltered to Abilene Christian, 79-45. So they'll be waiting for their where they're going to be going to a tournament. So they will be they won't be in the NCAAs. They'll probably be in the either in the NIT or CBI or whatever. Nicholls finished with a record of 18-7, 14-2 in the Southland Conference. Abilene Christian is going to be in the championship today, so championship for them. So the scoring, Abilene Christian led 36-31 in the first half. Also led 43-14 in the second stanzas. So that was so they did lose 79-45 to the Abilene Christian Wildcats. The game, the storylines for this game. Nicholls shot 29.7%. That's 19-64 from the floor, and also 14% from three-point range, 14 of 27. So they did shoot from long range, and also 3 of 11 for the charity stripe. So not a good night for the Nicholls Colonels. Johnson had 11 points in the game versus Abilene Christian. That was in yesterday's ball game. So Nicholls, I'll be honest with you. Look, Nicholls had a good season. I'll be honest with you. They had an excellent college basketball season, to say the least. Look, whatever tournament they go to, that's a rightfully deserved tournament, because look, Nicholls, look, if they would have won, they would have went to the they would have been an automatic qualifier for the NCAA tournament. So to be honest with you, look, Nicholls have nothing to be ashamed of. But the truth of the matter is, look, when you shoot flat in that game versus Abilene Christian, you're not winning the game. So okay, your leading scorers for the Cardinals was Ty Gordon with 16 points. Also, Kevin Johnson with 11, Najee Garvin with 6, and Raji Lyons with 6. So that was your scores for the Nicholls Colonels. Nicholls did shoot once again a trashy 29%. So it was not a good effort by the Nicholls Colonels in the game. So looks like they will once again, they'll be looking for a tournament bid from either NIT or whatever. So I say it's probably going to be if my recollections is correct, I think they'll be in CBI or one of those tournaments. They won't be in the NCAA tournament. Abilene Christian will be going to the NCAA tournament as an automatic qualifier in the Southland Conference. So, final score, Nichols lose 79-45 to Abilene Christian. So we'll go ahead and recap Nichols football and also baseball. So we'll recap them. Okay, Nichols football. Nichols lose 71-17 to Sam Houston. Sam Houston absolutely just decimated the Colonels. Colonels on total yards of offense at 337. Sam Houston at 556 passing yards. Nichols had 219. Sam Houston 366 running games. Both had over 100 yards. Sam Houston had 190. Nichols had 118 penalty yards. Penalties just plagued their team. 6 penalties for 67, and Nichols 3 penalties for 20. First downs, Nichols had 19. Sam Houston had 23. Third downs, Nichols went 7 for 17, and Sam Houston went 9 for 15. Fourth downs, 1 for 2. Time of possession, Sam Houston had the ball for 31 minutes, and Nichols had the ball for 28 minutes and 54 seconds. So scoring plays, drives. So let's go over the scoring play drives as followed. Nichols scored on a 2-play, 21-yard drive on a 14-yard pass play, so it made it 7-0. Then Sam Houston scored on a 7-play, 70-yard drive. Took 3 minutes and 1 second off the clock, tied the game at 7. Also, Sam Houston scored in the second quarter. They scored on a 5-play, 74-yard drive. It was a 24-yard field goal by Sam Houston. Also, Sam Houston had a touchdown pass. That was on 6 plays, 80 yards, made it 17-7. Sam Houston, with 8:44 remaining, scored on a 24-yard interception play. So that was made it 24-7. Then Sam Houston, with 2:34 remaining in the second, scored on a touchdown. It was a 55-yard pass play from Eric Smith. So it was a good touchdown. So 5 plays, 80 yards. Nichols cut the lead to 30-10 on a field goal attempt. 7 plays, 55 yards. We'll go over to the third quarter now. Sam Houston scored on a 5-yard touchdown. Took 9 plays, 75 yards, made it 36-10. Sam Houston did score on a 4-play, 18-yard drive. Took 44 seconds off the time of possession, made it 43-10. And then Sam Houston had a 79-yard touchdown on a fumble recovery. So it was 50-10. And then Nichols cut the lead to 50-17 on a 6-play, 32-yard drive. Took 2 minutes and 13 seconds. Now in the fourth quarter, we'll go through the fourth quarter. Sam Houston scored 3 times. They scored on a 7-play, 75-yard drive, made it 57-17. Then Nichols made it 64-17 on a 6-play, 24-yard drive. Also, Sam Houston scored on a 7-play, 67-yard drive. Took 4 minutes and 12 seconds. So the final score was 71-17 was your final score. So let's go over the let's go over the leaders for the Colonels. Lindsay had 14 completions, 86 yards, 1 score. Now the running leaders. Let's go through the running back leaders. Okay. Colossi, 41 yards on 13.7 carries. Also, Carlton, 3.3 yards per carry, 26 yards. KJ Franklin, 14 yards on 14.0 yards per carry for him. For the Nichols Colonels, the receivers, Dixon, 5 catches, 83 yards, 1 score. Jason Devontae, 3 catches, 57 yards, no score. And also Cade Quincy, 2 catches, 33 yards, long was 21. So that was in the game. So this is the first half highlights from the Nichols game. So let's. So this is on the first right. So Nichols gets the interception, run back. So it's a good interception right there. So an excellent interception by the Nichols Colonels secondary. Valencia will throw a pass play, and excellent pass play for a touchdown. So Sam Houston takes the ball back. Good hit by the special teams by Nichols State special teams. So good hit right there. Okay, this is Sam Houston quarterback. So nice little defensive play by the Sam Houston defenders. Get the sack on the Sam Houston player. So good defensive play there. So Nichols throws a nice little excellent pass play right there towards the sideline. Good catch by number 3 for the Colonels. Then they kick a field goal. The field goal was good. So some first half highlights from yesterday's football game between Sam Houston and the Nichols Colonels. But unfortunately, Sam Houston wins 71-17 was your final score. So look, this Nichols State football team, look, it's going to go through some trials and tribulations, but the truth of the matter is they could be a conference contender. They're definitely going to be a conference contender once the season is over. So the next game for the Nichols Colonels will be against UIW. That will be on the 27th. There will be 11 a.m. game. So unfortunately, Colonels fans, they're still 3-1. Sam Houston 2-0. So Nichols lose 71-17. So we will go over to baseball now. We'll recap the baseball game against we'll recap baseball. So let's recap what happened in baseball. Okay, this is softball, looks like. So I'm going to recap. We'll go ahead and recap the baseball games. So I'm going to switch this over. I'm going to go to the baseball side, see what happened on the baseball front. So if they got it on, let's see if they got any box scores or anything. We'll recap them. Let's recap the box score. Okay, Sam Houston Nicholls State loses 2-1 to Stephen F. Austin in Game 2 of their series. So let's give you the details of the game. Okay, when losing pitcher was Rodriguez for Nicholls. He's 0-1. Nicholls 1-2-1, so it's 2 runs, 5 hits, no errors for the Colonel. So so that was Rodriguez was for Stephen F. Austin. Excuse me. Tyra Terrio got the win. He's 1-0. Okay, the scoring for the Colonels in the bottom of the 6th, they scored on a ground out sack bunt. So it was a sack bunt for Nicholls, and also reached on the fielder's error. That's how the scoring progressed for the Nicholls Colonels as they went 2-1 over Stephen F. Austin to open up the Southland Conference season. Okay, the box scores. West Toops with 0 for 4. Dame Simon went 0 for 4. Bessel Williams went 0 for 3. Dilton Bell went 1 for 3. Greg Annenberg went 0 for 2 for Nicholls, and also Mason went 0 for 1. Austin went Kane went 1 for 3. Kudo Kado is, if I'm saying it right, 1 for 3. Alex Gailey went 1 for 3 for the Colonels. So that was in the game yesterday. The pitching for the Nicholls Colonels, 3 pitchers were used. Devin Sedero went 4 innings. He had 3 strikeouts. Cade Evans had 3 strikeouts, and also Tyler Terrio went gave up 1 hit, but he struck out 1 batter. So that was in the game yesterday. Nicholls and Stephen F. Austin. So 2-1 was your final in that game. So we'll wrap up Nicholls. So we're gonna go over to we're gonna go over to Tulane and also UNO. Let's recap what happened with Tulane and UNO. So we're going to recap Tulane baseball. Get that up there on the screen. We'll get Tulane baseball. Okay, they lost 12-3 yesterday to Troy, so we'll recap it. So I'm going to go ahead and put the box score up. Okay, the box score is on the screen. Tulane loses 12-3 to Troy. Okay, your losing pitcher was Devin Benoit, 0-1 for Tulane. Kevin Mason was the winner for Troy. He's 1-1. Tulane scored. Tulane scoring began in the top of the first and top of the second. Biles hit a double to right field. Neiman scored 1-0. Also, Bungard hit a triple, made it 2-0, and then BI HM triple to send the runs home. So it was 3-0. But Troy scored 3 times in the bottom of the third on a double, ground out, and also single. And then Troy scored 4 times in the top of the 6th on a hit by pitch, double, home run. and homer. So it was 2 home runs, 1 triple, and 1 hit by pitch. And then Troy scored on a single that was in the bottom of the 8th. Tulane loses 12-3 in that game against. So let's go through the Tulane box score. Okay, Jared Hart had 1 for 4. Colin Burns 1 for 4. Frankie Neiman 1 for 0 for 2. Luis Avals 1 for 4. Trevor Mender 0 for 3. Chase Engelhard 1 for 4. Hayden Hastings 2 for 4. Simon Bungard 1 for 4, and Matthew Bime as BIHM 1 for 3. Tulane with 5 runners on base. Troy left 12. Tulane had 10 strikeouts, 2 walks. Now the pitching staff, Tulane used multiple pitchers. Trent Johnson had 2 and 2 innings. He gave up 6 hits, 3 runs, 3 of them was earned. Walk 1, struck out 3. Donovan Benoit 2 innings of work. He gave up 3 hits, 2 runs, 2 of them was earned. Walked 2, struck out. So Jake McDonald also gave up 3 hits, 4 runs, 4 of them was earned, no strikeouts. Keaton Camper, is common spelling is K-N-U-E-P-P-E-L. Gave up 2 hits, 2 runs, walk none, struck out 2. Adam Grunts, in this he had 0.2 innings. He gave up 1 walk, and also Lance Thomas gave up 2 1 walk and 2 strikeouts, gave up 2 hits, 1 run, 1 of them was earned. And also Bruce Mackey had no innings of work. He only had 2, and so it was 0.2 innings. Tulane had 6 walks. Also, they had 9 strikeouts. They gave up 12 hits, 17 hits, 12 runs, 12 were earned. So final score, Tulane loses 12-3. So the series will continue later on today with Tulane and Troy. So that's going to continue later on this afternoon. So final score, Tulane loses 12-3 to Troy. So that was in the game yesterday. So let's go over to UNO baseball. We'll recap UNO baseball. So I'm going to go back to the teams and switch over to the UNO Privateers. So UNO did play against Houston Baptist. They won 8-2. So let's recap what happened in the UNO baseball game versus okay, UNO wins 8-2. Your winning pitcher was Kyle Colvison, 2-0. So he did win the game yesterday for UNO Privateers. UNO got the scoring started in the bottom of the 7th when Salah is a single to the left side. Paige Howard did score. Also, UNO Bo Bratton in the bottom of the 2nd doubled to right field. Williams scored. Also, Gage Howard once again. That's in the bottom of the 3rd, double to right field, and Wade scored. And Salo Izze came back in the Bottom of the third and singled. So UNO had the lead for 1, and then UNO in the bottom of the fourth singled to center field. Williams scored on that single. Paige Howard doubled to left field. Howard scored. In the bottom of the fifth, Salah Izze came back and singled to center field. Howard scored, so it was Paige Howard scoring. So it made it 8-1. And then Paige Howard hit by a pitch. Unearned run made it 8-1 UNO, but Houston Baptist came back and scored on a single. So it was 1 run coming across. So it made it 8-2. So final score 8-2. UNO wins over Houston Baptist. So let's give you the UNO box score. UNO box score. Fur went 1 for 1. Wade went 2 for 2. Gage Howard went 1 for 3. Luther Willard went 1 for 4. Howard Page went 2 for 3. Salah Isaac went 3 for 4. So good day for him. 3 RBIs. Isaac Williams went 1 for 1. Also Hudson LeBlanc went 1 for 3. Murphy Jackson didn't bat. Bo Bratton went 1 for 3. So UNO led 6 runners on base. Struck out 1 time and only walked 3 times. So good plate awareness by UNO. Now UNO used only one pitcher. That's Kyle Cloverden. He had 7 innings of work. He gave us 7 hits, 2 runs, 2 of them was earned. Walked 1, struck out 5. He faced 29 batters for the UNO Privateers. So UNO Privateers win their game by the final of 8-2. The series will continue later on this afternoon. UNO and Houston Baptist. So hopefully, good luck to UNO. So they got 2 games under their belt. So that's the UNO and Houston Baptist recap. So we'll move along. And we'll go over to Southeastern Baseball. We'll recap Southeastern Baseball. So I'm going to scroll down and go back and go to the Southeastern Baseball and give you the box score on Southeastern game. Southeastern wins 7-6 over Sam Houston State in Hammond. So we're going to recap Southeastern and Sam Houston. So let me get that up on the screen. Give you the box score in that game. See if I can pull it. Okay, Southeastern wins 7-6 over Sam Houston State. So Southeastern 10-4, 3-0 in the Southland Conference. Sam Houston 3-9, 0-3. Your winning pitcher was Cole Hoskin for Southeastern 1-0. Your loser was Lance Luck. He went 0 for 1. So scoring plays for the Southeastern Lions. Southeastern scored in the bottom of the first on a single. Bottom of the second, they scored on a ground out. Also in the bottom of the sixth, they scored on a fly out. That was a sac fly in the bottom of the sixth. Southeastern scored 3 times in the bottom of the eighth on a single and also a ground out. So 2 singles and 2 ground outs in the bottom of the eighth. And then Southeastern scored their final run on a single to left field. So that was a 2-2 pitch. So that was your scoring plays. Southeastern wins 7-6. Sam Houston's only scored in the top of the 7th and top of the 9th inning. So they did score top 7, top 9 for Sam Houston. So let's go through the recaps. Okay, recap, box score recap. Evan Keller went 2 for 3. Eli Johnson went 3 for 5. Good day for him. Jacob Burke went 0 for 3. Preston Faulkner went 2 for 4. Kristen Garcia went 2 for 4. Gabby Cruz went 0 for 2. Champ Ortiz went 1 for 3. Nick Ray went 1 for 4. Tyler Fink went 0 for 2. And Rhett Rovell went 0 for 1. So Southeastern left 5 runners on base. They did leave 5 runners on base. They struck out 9 times and walked 1 time as a group. Okay, Southeastern pitchers used in the game was Barley. He had 4 innings of work, gave up 2 hits, no runs, walked 3, struck out 1. Andrew Landry had an inning of work. He gave up 2 hits, struck out 1, walked none. Kyle Flavridge, if I'm saying his name right, had 1 inning of work. He gave up 1 hit, 2 runs, 2 of them was earned, and 1 walk, no strikeout. Noel Hughes had 2 point innings of work, gave up 5 hits, 4 runs, 3 of them was earned. Also 1 walk and 1 strikeout. And Cole Hoskin had point inning of work. He did not have no strikeouts. Southeastern walked 5 and struck out 3, gave up 6 runs, 5 was earned, and on 10 hits. So Southeastern wins that game 7-6 over Sam Houston. Their series will continue later on this afternoon. So Southeastern and Sam Houston State. So let's go over to the football. We'll recap what happened in the football game yesterday. Southeastern won 27-24 on a field goal. So it's the last second field goal. So we'll go over the recap of Southeastern football. Okay, they will take on the Incarnate Word. They'll be on ESPN Plus and also the Southeastern Sports Network, which is on the so we'll recap it. So we'll put this in. Okay, Southeastern wins 27-24 in the last second field goal to get the wins. The Lions are now 2-1 in the Southland Conference. To start off the spring, Southeastern did score 13 unanswered points in the fourth for second consecutive win. So that was in the game yesterday. Southeastern had 477 yards total offense. 346 was through the air and 131 on the ground. Penalty yards, Southeastern had 7 penalties for 73 yards. First down, Southeastern had 23 first downs. They went 8 for 13 on third down conversions. Their time of possession was 29-14. And Northwestern State had a time of 30-46 in the football game yesterday. So let's go over the scoring plays. Okay, Northwestern State did score in the first quarter. They went on a 4-play, 14-yard drive on a 1-yard run by Northwestern State, made it 7-0. And then they came back with a 2-yard score on a 15-play, 99-yard drive. Took 6 minutes and 15 seconds off the clock. Made it 14-0. Then Southeastern came back and scored. Cole Kelly's 20-yard touchdown pass made it 14-7. That was on 11 plays, 83-yard drive. Also took 5 minutes and 18 seconds. Also, Southeastern scored in the third quarter on a Cole Kelly 9-yard pass. Play took 10 plays, 75 yards, 4 minutes and 30 seconds off the time of possession. Tied the game at 14. Then Northwestern State came back with a 25-yard touchdown. One play, 25 yards. Regained the lead to 21-14. Then Nichols had a 47-yard field goal. It was on a 10-play, 50-yard drive, made it 24-14. Then Southeastern went on a 8-play, 83-yard drive. Cut the lead to 24-21. And then field goals by Southeastern, one on a 10-play, 40-yard drive, and one on a 4-play, 21-yard drive. Took the lead for Southeastern, 27-24. So that's how the games ended. Your leaders in the game, Cole Kelly, 28 completions, 338, one score. In his game, let's give you the receiving leaders. Morgan Ellison, 81 yards. He had an 8.1 yard per pop. Teron Jones had a 31-yard catch on that was 4.4. Also, Cypress Johnson had 14 yards on a catch. So that was in the football game yesterday. So Southeastern wins 27-24. So their next game will be on Cardinal Word. They'll be a 2:00 game. They'll be on the 20th. So that will be on the 20th next week. So I look at it this way. This Southeastern team is I look at them. They're improving day after day after day. After that win against McNeese, now they're getting wins against Northwestern State. So they will take on the Cornet Word next week. So a good win for the Lions, 27-24 was your final in earnest. So that is the recaps are for today. So we're going to once again we're going to wrap this up. Okay, once again, thanks for joining us for this edition of Sports Talk with Kerry Wehmeyer Show, local sports action from yesterday. So we did go through all the scores, and so we will be back tomorrow. We're not doing LSU versus Alabama, so I'm kind of going to take a break. Also, Pelicans. We're not doing the Pelicans and LA Clippers. So we will be back on Monday for Coach's Show and also Sports Talk. So once again, everybody have a good rest of your Sunday, and we will be back tomorrow.